The Voice America Talk Radio Network is the worldwide leader in live Internet talk radio. Visit voiceamerica.com. The views and ideas expressed on the following program are strictly those of the host or guests and do not necessarily reflect the views and ideas held by the Voice America Talk Radio Network, its staff, and management.
Welcome to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with Rebecca Hall-Gruyter. In our program each week, we provide the tools, ideas, and encouragement to help you move ahead on your journey, becoming a more powerful and impactful woman in your own life. Now here's your host, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter.
Welcome to the show, everyone. I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. Very excited to connect with you for several reasons. One, we're going to be talking about unleashing the power within and shine. Those of you who have been listening for a while know how important that word shine and visibility, how important those words are to me, and how important it is that each of us is willing to show up in our life, to be seen, to share our gifts and our talents and our abilities with another. And we get to choose every single day what we're going to echo out into the world. And so I invite you, as you're thinking about that and you're looking at what you're going to echo out into the world, you're thinking about shining. You're thinking about bringing your gifts and your talents and your abilities forward. We have a super special guest today that is going to equip and empower us, really helping us unleash the power within, really think about success, how we're engaging with that. Are we engaging with our success? Are we moving forward? And how can we do that? And then I wanted to take a moment and celebrate something with all of you. I have found sometimes in life we can move forward so quickly, get so good at crossing things off our to-do list, we forget to pause and to take a moment and really celebrate those things in our life, those accomplishments or something perhaps we've worked really hard towards actually comes to life, and taking a moment and sitting in that and appreciating that and really having that be real. And I have something like that I want to share with all of you. I have been working on something in the background for many months. And I've mentioned it a couple times. We've had an interview or two about it, but it's very different to talk about something and then to really see it, to really bring it forward, to really hold that and share it with the world. And that's what I want to take a moment and do. We have launched our television network. It is officially launched tomorrow on March 1st, but it's actually ready early. So if you want to take a peek and take a look at it, I'd love to share it with all of you. And it's at RHG, so my initials, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter, RHG TV Network. It is an entire network of television shows and programming to support you live on purpose and with purpose. Positive, transformational programming. I hope it serves you. I hope you enjoy it. Love to have you swing in, check it out, give us feedback, comments, share which shows you like and touch your heart. It'll be a real encouragement for those channel owners and those hosts that are sharing their gifts with each of you. So that's a celebration, and it's one of those, I was looking at it before we connected in today and just taking a moment to see it, appreciate it, remember the journey. And I want you to think about that right now. Are you doing that in your life? Are you remembering that celebration part? That's part of the shine. Are you remembering to share what you've created, what you've birthed, what you've been working towards? When it arrives, are you remembering to share it with another, to let them celebrate it? We had a moment of celebration this morning with our channel owners and the team that helped put this together, because it's been a team effort. Oh my goodness. Lots of moving parts. And we took a moment to appreciate it, to work through all the different bells and whistles, and for them to see their shows, to see what's been created and built. And we took a moment to just pause and appreciate and enjoy that. And I want you to think about, are you doing that? Are you remembering to celebrate, to share that with another? It's a great encouragement to others. It's an inspiration to others. It helps them dream and step forward as well. And when they get to walk alongside you and join you on the journey, it creates an amazing, rich experience, connection, and community. So let's breathe that in. Wonderful. Now we've talked about celebrating. We've talked about success, that we're going to be leaning into a conversation about that today and tapping in, unleashing the power within each and every one of you. And I want you to pause just for a moment so that you can get the most out of our conversation today, this time for you. And as we talk about shining, celebrating, as we think about what does success mean to each of you, how would you define it? How would you know you're successful? What does it look like? What does it feel like? How would you know that you're getting closer? For years and years, I chased other people's definitions of success. And I didn't do it deliberately. I just hadn't paused and figured out my own. And so I would find somebody I admired and I would ask them what their definition of success was. How did they achieve it? How can I build something like that? And they would give me a strategy, and I was good at implementing. And I would do that, only to discover it as I achieved all those things along the path that I became burnt out, that I had achieved a lot of things that on the outside looked fabulous, but on the inside, I found I was burnt out, tired, and kind of feeling very empty and disheartened. So then I'd go find someone else that I admired, and I would repeat the cycle again and again. And it wasn't until I stopped and I actually spent time figuring out what success meant to me, how it looked, how it felt. And then I started to build that. And instead of being drained and burnt out and disheartened, it became an exciting, powerful journey. And I actually got to learn how to play life according to how I'm made, according to my quirks and my gifts and my talents and my strengths. And it became a very rich experience. So I want to be thinking about these things in our conversation today. Those of you who are driving, please stay safe, eyes opened, alert, both hands on the wheel, no texting and driving. Those of you who are able to, though, let's sit back in our chairs, take a deep belly breath, breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Close your eyes. You're absolutely safe. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your head, bringing all of you in, mind, body, soul, and spirit. Keep breathing. And in this space, this quietness, let's just pause and see. What is it that you need today? What is it that will encourage you, equip you, empower you, support you in moving towards your success, unleashing your gifts and your talents, shining? What is it that you need today? It can come as a picture, a phrase, a memory, a tune. We receive information through all of our senses. Just see. Receive that information. Come back in the room. Open up your eyes. Another big breath. Wonderful. I invite you to write down what it is that you received that will support you, that you need today. And as you're writing it down, here's the second question. Are you willing to receive it? Sometimes we know what we need, but we're not always open to receiving. So it's a good check-in. Are you willing to receive that? I want you actively on the lookout today during our conversation to receive exactly what it is that you need. And now that you know, it's easier to recognize when it's right in front of you. Clear from distraction. Beautiful. So I'm going to go around our virtual room and you'll get to meet our amazing guest expert today and hear a little bit of what was laid upon his heart when we connected heart to heart with all of you. Justin, welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Glad to have you. Did you have something laid upon your heart when we took a moment to just pause and breathe and connect and explore?
Yeah, so I just think that all day, like all of us, I've been in my mind thinking about how much I have to do, what's the next thing, how am I going to get all this done? And in 20 seconds, we can erase that because our heart knows the truth and our heart knows what's good for us and our heart doesn't stress. It's our mind, it's our body that stresses. But if we actually connect with our heart, just a small time throughout the day on a daily basis, it's amazing that the feelings and the emotions that you can connect to. So I would guess that I would say that I felt a sense of peace, and I love that you are doing this over a radio show, so it felt a sense of connection also with other people that may have been doing the same thing.
Thank you for sharing that. I love that. It's so true. We can get so in our heads and crossing things off the list and rushing from one thing to another and being able to pause. I know for myself, Justin, it shifts everything. That's been one of the most powerful things I've ever learned how to do in my life is to pause. And I have discovered when I think I can least afford it, when the craziness is happening in life, that day is running me, I can't have one more thing happen, and it does. That's the moment I need to pause most. And in 20 seconds, 30 seconds, it can shift how we're being in our life. Oh, love that. And on my heart, I'm just so, I think, feeling so blessed and encouraged and connected with each of you. And just it's this joyful, warm connection, having a community that I can celebrate with, having a community that we can connect and we can pause in the busyness of life. Breathe together and receive that connection and that peace is such a rich experience. So I want to thank you, Justin, for connecting with us heart to heart and all of our listeners. And we are getting ready to go to our first commercial break. And here's how I want you to work this. These commercial breaks are actually in disguise. These are moments just for you. I call them 2-minute moments. It's a time for you to stay present, not go and rush and cross things off your to-do list. Stay really present and process and breathe. Give yourself the gift of those 2 minutes to think about what's being shared. Let's process it real time. Let's see what additional wisdom and information is coming through that you are ready to receive. And when we come back from these 2 minutes, Justin and I will have a conversation to support, equip, and empower you to step forward powerfully. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
Voice America Women. Your passion starts here. Tune in to the Just Jan TV show at justjantvshow.com. Visionary women's leader Jan Jorgensen is inspiring, practical, and visionary. Jan brings us everyday transformational emerging leaders, courageously changing the world by speaking and living their truth. Sit around the table with us for profound feminine wisdom, insights, and connection. Be sure to join us at justjantvshow.com. New episodes are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time at justjantvshow.com.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at speakertalentsearch.com. That's speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit empoweredconnectionstv.com. That's empoweredconnectionstv.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Become our friend on Facebook. Post your thoughts about our shows and network on our timeline. Visit facebook.com/Voice America.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you thoroughly enjoyed those 2 minutes, all for you. And you'll have an opportunity throughout our show to carve out those 2 minutes just for you. I invite you to give yourself the gift of that time, of those 2 minutes, to really process and listen and receive all that is here for you. Some that we'll be sharing, but also things that will be spoken into your heart that sometimes we don't hear unless we pause and listen. So I invite you to richly use those 2-minute moments. Well, as I promised, we have a special guest with us today. You got to hear a little bit of his heart in our opening segment, and I wanted to share some of his formal background so you have a little bit of information about him, and then we're going to get into some amazing content here. So Justin Nelson is a peak performance strategist from the Tony Robbins companies. So for those of you who are fans of Tony Robbins, as I am, I'm very excited to have an expert from his team here to share and equip and empower us. Very, very exciting. Justin is an advisor and consultant for executives, managers, and sales professionals in areas of personal and professional achievement. He is passionate about inspiring and helping others achieve their full potential and dreams. Please lean in and warmly welcome the amazing Justin Nelson to the show. Welcome.
Thank you, Rebecca. So happy to be here.
Very excited to have you. And I love to start with the why question. You know, why is supporting people and helping them achieve their full potential and dreams? Why is that personally so important to you?
Well, I think it's part of my journey with Tony Robbins. He said something very powerful. I mean, he said it his whole life, but I think a lot of people miss it because of how simple it is. And what truly makes us happy on this planet is progress. And I never understood that until I started giving back, until I started helping myself and making myself a more powerful person to put myself in that position to help others. Because I think sometimes we have an idea of cars, money, a job, a salary, and we think that those things might make us happy, but in reality, it's progress. So I think it's a powerful thing to understand that you can help anybody in the world, no matter what situation they're in or what they're dealing with, because they can have true happiness if they're progressing in the right direction. But it's impossible if we're staying in the same place or if we're moving backwards. So I think the idea of being able to help not only myself, but anybody in any situation, just by letting them know as long as you're moving continuously in the right direction, that is actually what creates happiness. That is what sets our soul on fire. So I think it's a beautiful thing to be a part of. And trust me, this radio show and millions of people all around the world are starting to understand this.
And can I ask you another question around this? Is that okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Go for it.
I always like to ask permission. But how do we recognize that we're going in the right direction? Are there indicators, or how would we kind of know that? So if we're having progress and we're moving, how do we know that we're moving in the right direction?
So Yeah, absolutely. The power. So you'll know. I mean, it's just a gut feeling, but the best way is to focus your attention, because where our focus goes, that is our reality. What we focus on is what we see. It's what we feel. It's who we are. So if you ask powerful questions that will focus your attention, you'll kind of see if you're moving in the right direction. And what I mean by that, am I dealing with similar issues that I was dealing with a month ago? Am I dealing with similar situations mentally, physically, spiritually, or financially that I was dealing with a year ago? Is what I'm doing today actually creating my life? Is it improving my health, my joy, and my passion? Or if I continue to do what I'm doing today, am I going to be in a similar situation 1 year, 2 years, 5 years from now? And if you ask a very blunt and honest question like that, I think the answer will reveal itself, because there's no getting around. If you've been dealing with issues for years or months, that means you are probably not taking the necessary action on a daily basis to improve that situation. And sometimes just becoming aware of that, because we get so caught up in the day-to-day activities of getting through things, we never actually step back and say, you know what? Is my life improving, or is it going to be the same if I continue down this path? And coming face-to-face with that answer sometimes is enough motivation to snap you out of it and take one new action for that day.
I love that. So, listeners, I want us to just pause for a moment and just think about this. If you look back, are you moving in the right direction for you? Are you moving forward in the things that matter to you? And what is, and I love how you broke this down into a bite-sized piece, what's one action that you can take today, not someday, but today, to start helping you move forward on those things that matter to you? I was leading a conference this past weekend, and we were talking about the definition of insanity. And Justin, you've probably heard this too, but it's doing the same things, maybe even more of them, harder, expecting different results. It's those actions that we're doing that add up to where we're going. We are in control of that. So I love this wisdom of taking action, and if it's one step today, that's still a step moving you in a direction. Beautiful. Thank you.
Absolutely.
And some of the information I know that you're an expert in sharing about and was provided to us that you would be willing to share with us about has to do with success. So can you share with us how you define success? What do you mean by success?
Yeah, so the most powerful thing that anybody could ever do is define what success is for them. Because whether we know it or not, it has been defined for us by our family, our friends, TV, the media. We see this picture of success, but we don't even understand what it really means. So the best advice I can give to anybody is go somewhere in a room alone, go out in nature, and ask yourself a question like, where do I want to be in 20 years? How do I want to look back on my life? You know, so when you ask a question like that, you know, what do I want to give back? Important questions like, what kind of example do I want to be for my friends, my family, and my children? Especially children, because they don't learn from what we say. They learn by who we are. And if you come up with a question like, what kind of example do I want to be for my children? That's an amazingly powerful question that might lead to what true success means to you. But it is absolutely different for everyone. But I'm going to go back to this. If you are progressing and you are improving, we call it constant and never-ending improvement. So even if you have a job right now that maybe you don't like, or maybe you're not in the greatest of shape, or maybe you're not eating great, if you make a commitment, constant and never-ending improvement, something inside of you is going to light on fire, because that is what drives us forward. It's not about the end. It's not about accomplishing the goal. It's about moving forward. So what's beautiful about taking over your life right now, taking a few different actions, even if you don't like your job, but you say today, you know what, I'm going to go in and I'm going to work as hard as I possibly can. That kind of energy leads to success. It leads to passion. The world opens up for you because your passion, your success is inside of you, but that can't be revealed to you unless you're putting in the effort. So just know that you can start right now today with one action, showing up at a higher level, treating people in a little bit better way. Do things in your life that is going to make today better, and true success will start to reveal itself. But again, one of the most powerful things that we can ever do is define what success means to us, and only you know what that is.
Thank you for sharing about this. And listeners, I hope you are hearing the message in your heart about success. What does it mean that you're pausing and you're thinking about the legacy, as he was sharing, the example that you're being, what you're echoing out into the world? Are you being purposeful and mindful of that? Are you putting actions towards that to build what matters to you? Are you willing to, I feel like it's a courageous act to lean in and define your own definition of success and take steps and action towards that. This is how we make a global difference. It's one heart at a time, one step at a time, one choice at a time. How are you defining success? And are you willing to put the action, as Justin's been talking about? I almost felt like there was a fire in your belly about this, Justin, as you were sharing. I could feel that passion and that energy for what you're doing and the messages that you're sharing. And listeners, what is that for you? What is it that you're going to feel that way about, the legacy that you're creating? We're getting ready to go into another one of our 2-minute moments here. And I want you to pause to really think about what matters most to you. How are you defining success? Some of these things that Justin is sharing with you. What's one step you can take towards that? What is the example or the legacy that you're creating and building and bringing? So as we lean into our 2-minute moment, I invite you to pause, carve out this time just for you, and really listen to the answers to those questions and actually write them down. Capture them. Don't let them flutter off. Capture them and commit to a step you can take today. We'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
This is the Voice America Women's Channel, where your success is limitless.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
Relationship issues? Anxious? Parenting challenges? No more. Learn to live your best life. Tune into Straight Talk with top therapist, relationship, and anxiety expert Sandra Reish. Learn to transform your challenges into effective solutions. Whether it's relationships, parenting, anxiety, or other traps, Sandra will show you how you can live the life of your dreams. Listen live every Thursday afternoon at 6 p.m. Eastern Time and 3 p.m. Pacific Time on the Voice America Health and Wellness Channel. Do you find yourself working tirelessly to keep your business going? Are you finding out that you don't have time for family, friends, any kind of personal life whatsoever? It's time to stop feeling trapped by your business. Tune in to Reclaim Your Freedom with host Shirley Dalton. You'll hear from guests that will help you work on your business instead of constantly in your business and get your life back while the business keeps running and humming. Reclaim Your Freedom airs live every Tuesday at 1 p.m. U.S. Pacific Time on Voice America Business.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. That's EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation. follow us on Twitter at VoiceAmericaTRN. Get the lowdown on guests, new shows, and your favorites. That's VoiceAmericaTRN.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you took those 2 minutes just for you, that you had an opportunity to really explore, what does success mean to you? How are you defining that? What legacy example are you setting and echoing forward? What is it that you want to bring forward? And is there a step you can take today that you're willing to take today and commit to bring what you're called to bring forward? It's not anyone else's responsibility or opportunity to bring it forward. We get to bring it forward. So what is that one step you can take today? We're going to continue our conversation with Justin and tapping into his powerful wisdom, his heart, and all that he has to share with us today. So Justin, and that's something I actually just want to comment and share with you directly. I appreciate your passion, your heart, your commitment to being of service and supporting people in this arena. I think it's really beautiful and really powerful, and I appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I want to go back to this conversation about success. Hopefully our listeners have been sinking into the question a little bit and kind of thinking about how they're defining it. Can you share what ultimately determines our success? And with this, why are some people successful and others are not? I feel like that all ties together. Can you empower us in this area?
Absolutely. So I'm going to answer this in a few different ways because, first of all, we all define success in a different way. We know that. We kind of got in that in the last segment. But if you truly want to understand yourself and other people, your family, your customers, your clients, we all want the same thing. When we break it down and what true success is, we could say giving back. We could say, we want a new house. We want to do something for our family. We want love. But in reality, we want freedom. We want control over our lives. And if you really break down success, that's how most people would define it if you ask them enough questions. And because they think they want things, they think they want the power, but in reality, they want the freedom to live the life that they want to live. And if you understand that about people, you can instantly relate to them because they don't want products. They're not complaining because they're pissed off. We all want the same thing, which is control over our life. And if we know that about people, it helps us have a huge understanding of ourselves and everyone around us. Now, Tony Robbins has based his entire career on this one question that you just asked. Why are some people successful and some people are not? And we can just take success out of it. Why are some people healthy and some people are not? Why are some people take care of themselves and some people do not? Because there are millions of examples all around the world of every kind of background, every kind of educational background, people coming from nothing and becoming massively fulfilled people. And so he defines it as this. What is the difference that makes the difference? Now, this is going to seem like a very simple answer, but it's the only thing that truly defines our life. It's our patterns. Some people might call them habits. And it's everything that we do. It's how we move. It's what we think about. It's what we focus on. It's the actions that we take throughout the day. It's what we listen to, who we surround ourselves with. And a very simple example is this. If we work out every day, is there a chance we might be in great shape? The answer, of course, is yes. If we never work out, is there a chance we might not be in great shape? The answer is maybe we probably won't be in great shape. Then here's the next step. If we read about working out and we go to seminars about working out and we, go to a psychiatrist or a mentor and we talk about working out, but we don't work out, are we going to be in great shape? And the answer is no. And this is a problem in our society to where we learn about things and we read about things, but we're not taking the action. So if you want to truly know what sets people apart, it's the patterns that we run every day of our life from the time we wake up, from the time we go to bed. And just to put this in perspective, we as human beings have 60,000 different thoughts every single day, and close to 55,000 of those thoughts are the exact same thoughts that we've had every single day for our entire life. And this is what defines our wealth, our joy, our power, is what we do today. And unfortunately, sometimes we get caught in a pattern of doing the same things every day of our life.
And I want to pause here for a moment because you're sharing so much valuable information. And listeners, I want to give you a moment just to digest and think about what is being shared with you here. And are you learning about things? Are you taking action? Are you getting ready to get ready to get ready to get ready to someday maybe take that action? Where are you in that? And are you building patterns and habits that are going to be moving you in the direction that you want to go and how you're defining success? Or are they just familiar and you're just kind of doing them? So really think about these things. Just take a moment. Let's breathe this in. Let's pause and just see. It's not with criticism. It's not with judgment. It's with awareness. And that's where so much of this starts. Where are you in these things? Are you continuing to think about, learn about, someday want to do, or are you actually starting to build new patterns? Are you starting to take steps to go where you want to go? And exploring this even more, what else, or do you want to expand on what holds people back from living the life they want? I feel like that folds into this conversation of success as well.
Absolutely. So another huge thing is our beliefs define our life. Our beliefs about money, our beliefs about our self-worth. And if you want to break down the whole world's problems, it comes down to two things. We're afraid we're not worthy, and we're afraid that we're not going to be loved. That's everybody's issue in business, in relationships. It's the issue that every child has in school, which is beliefs about themselves that they're not good enough or they won't be loved. And let me just give an idea of a belief system. But let's just take money or wealth. This is why somebody can work 100 hours a week and make $30,000 a year. And somebody else can work 1 hour a month and make millions of dollars a year. They have a different belief system about money. And we have certain beliefs, like you have to work harder for money. You have to work more hours for money. Well, if we have a belief system like that, we're never going to make it because we don't have more time. So we have to take a serious look at what we believe about our joy, our passion, our health. And I know this is going to be kind of a blunt answer, but if we truly want to know what we believe about our lives, all we have to do is take an honest look at our life. Not what we want to believe, not what we tell other people that we believe, not what we hope is going to happen in the future. Take an honest look at your life right now, your health, your bank account, and ask yourself, what do I truly believe about these things in my life? Because if our beliefs are not serving us, change them. We as human beings have the power to change our belief system in 1 second. That power was given to all of us. But unfortunately, many of us don't even understand what we truly believe about our lives. We work hard. We would like to be healthier. We want to take care of our families. We hope that our future is brighter. But that's not necessarily a belief. It's just a way of thinking to get us through things. So I would encourage everybody to define what they truly believe about their life. And that goes back to asking powerful questions about who you truly are and how you want to impact this world.
Wonderful. So listeners, who do you want to be? What are your beliefs? What are you echoing forward? And are you willing to change, to become what you need to become, to learn what you need to learn, and be what you need to be, to go where you want to go, to create what you want to create in your life? Are you willing to do these looks? Are you willing to ask the questions and to receive the answers? Again, not with judgment, and we can't go back in time. We can't undo things, but we can absolutely go forward, and we can take a step today to move more in the direction that we're wanting to go. I want you to think about that. Be deliberate in what you carry forward starting today. We have 24 hours a day, and I love how you shared that we don't get more time, and if we have a belief tied to that we're setting ourselves up to not be successful. We have 24 hours. So how are we choosing to spend that time? Every minute is precious. Don't let others put things on your plate. Be careful what you're putting on your 24-hour plate. Make sure that it's on purpose for you, that it matters, that it is leading you towards where you truly want to go. And with this, I wanted to ask you another question, because you get to share and echo out so much of what Tony Robbins brings to the world. And I wanted to see if there's an additional concept or piece of wisdom that you want to share with us before we go into a break, something they can really digest while they pause.
Absolutely. And this is a short radio show, so I'm just going to give you, all your listeners, something to think about. Mm-hmm. Tony Robbins is a master at two things: mindset training and emotional state. Now, mindset training is simply this, and we can't go over it because we are so limited on time, but just know that there are masters out there that have learned how to use the most powerful tool that was ever given to us. Our mind is a tool for this purpose. Decide what we want, and then our mind will figure out how to get it or get there. How we use our mind, most of us, is this. We say what we think we want, and then our mind figures out ways that we can't get there and we can't accomplish it. The most powerful tool that was ever given to human beings, we are using it in the wrong way. So I'm just going to leave you with that. Just know that there are masters out there that have mastered mindset training. I happen to have chosen Tony Robbins because he has results right now, this second. He does not do anything like make goals and work hard for 3 months. He is right now in this moment. What is one action, one emotion? What is one thing that we can move in the right direction that we can do in our next step? And I absolutely love that about him, because that is actually how our mind and our spirit works, is right now in this moment. Second, emotional state training is the most powerful thing that anybody on this planet can master, because when we feel good, we make other people feel amazing. It is not about taking care of other people. Take care of yourself. Take care of your energy. Train your attitude and watch what you're capable of. Now, if you want business advice, the first business advice we give to everybody is feel good. Train your emotional state, because when we feel good, we get things done. We treat people in an amazing way, and we see and feel opportunity that other people are completely blind to.
Wonderful.
I hope that helps a little bit.
Oh, this is great. Thank you. So, listeners, as we go into our next 2-minute moment here, I want you to think about what Justin is sharing and really see what action you're going to take as a result. This is real-time living experience and interaction with us. We want to equip and empower you to move forward in your life real time, not someday, but right now. So take a moment, this 2-minute moment, to reflect on this information and really think about what is that next step I can take. And we'll look forward to talking to you in just a moment.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
Tune in to the Just Jan TV show at justjantvshow.com. Visionary women's leader Jan Jorgensen is inspiring, practical, and visionary. Jan brings us everyday transformational emerging leaders, courageously changing the world by speaking and living their truth. Sit around the table with us for profound feminine wisdom, insights, and connection. Be sure to join us at JustJanTVShow.com. New episodes are every Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific Time at JustJanTVShow.com.
Announcing a powerful new TV channel featuring programs designed to enhance and transform your life. Make powerful connections, one program at a time. And by doing so, we can bring transformation to the world. Tune in each week to Empowered Connections TV as we add new programs to help you make empowered connections of your own. Visit EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. That's EmpoweredConnectionsTV.com. And make the most of an incredible life transformation.
Rebecca Hall Gruyter's Speaker Talent Search is looking for speakers wanting to get on more stages. With just one audition, you could open the doors to hundreds of speaking opportunities, reach more people, and expand your impact. Finalists get to audition live in front of leaders looking to fill all kinds of speaking opportunities. Apply now at SpeakerTalentSearch.com. That's SpeakerTalentSearch.com. We look forward to hearing your message.
The Voice America Women's Channel.
You're listening to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives with your host, Rebecca Hall Gruyter. If you have a question or comment for Rebecca or her guest, we'd love to hear from you. Please call into the program at 1-866-613-1612. That's 1-866-613-1612. You may also send an email to Rebecca at yourpurposedrivenpractice.com. Now back to Empowering Women, Transforming Lives.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed that 2-minute moment. We have absolutely enjoyed spending this time with you, talking about success and how to really start taking action to move forward in those things that matter most to you. Well, I wanted to play a little bit of a game, and Justin doesn't quite know what the game is. He's just actually trusting, letting and leaning in. He got a little nervous because I laughed, but I do like to laugh with the game. And here's what we're going to do. I'm going to share a word, and I just want you to share the first word that pops into your mind when I do that. Does that
All right.
make
I'm
sense?
ready.
Okay. Success.
Progress.
Heart connection.
Say that again.
Heart connection.
Heart connection. Relationship.
Nice. Performance.
Beautiful state. I'm sorry that's 2 words, but beautiful state.
Hey, it all works. Dream. So dream.
Peace.
Nice.
Connection. What was the last one?
Oh, I just said nice.
Oh,
because
okay,
I was appreciating your comment. Yeah. When you think about radio.
Connection.
Okay. TV.
Wow. I have 2 different opinions on that. Waste of time.
Okay. Progress.
Say that again.
Progress.
Joy, happiness, setting our soul on fire.
Okay. Beautiful. And what about celebration?
Oh, necessary.
Nice. Beautiful. And with that, is there something you want to celebrate today? I got to share a celebration in the opening segment. I'd love to know if you had a celebration you'd like to share with us.
Absolutely. So I want to go back to the TV thing. Use TV wisely. It can be an amazing, powerful tool if you use it and don't let it use you. So,
yes.
And then celebrating, I think, just an amazing person in my life that stuck with me, and she's been really persistent on helping me get through things and just been there for me every step of the way, which for me is a big step because a lot of times it's hard for me to let people in, and I just love that she's in my life. So I'm celebrating that today.
I love that. Do you want to give her a shout out, or do you want to keep her?
Yeah, so her name is Heather, and she lives in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Okay. Heather, we celebrate. Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate you sharing with us and sharing a celebration. I think it's so important that we remember to do that. And I absolutely agree. It's so important, whether it's TV, radio, media, anything like that, that we're really being aware of what we're, in a sense, allowing within us and having it feed into us, that it's actually messaging that is supportive of us and nourishing and leading us where we want to go is so important, that awareness. And I wanted to give you a moment, if there is a final tip or piece of advice or something that just has been laid on your heart that you want to share with our listeners today, I wanted to give you a moment to do that.
Absolutely. So I think one of the most powerful things that any of us can do is have a powerful morning ritual. To decide every single morning how your day's going to go, to decide how you're going to feel. Do something that's going to make you feel amazing, whether it's working out, stretching, meditation, practicing gratitude, listening to something amazing. But what doesn't work is walking out into the world and letting the world decide how your day is going to go. You want to master your life, start with mastering your day, and that starts with a powerful morning ritual. I don't care what you do, look it up online. If you look it up, it'll be Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, Tony Robbins, Oprah Winfrey. They all have morning rituals because it's impossible to live a successful life if you don't start out the day determining what that day is going to be. Because if you don't, the world is going to decide for you.
Yes. Period. Love this. Yes. I just want to echo that back out. So really, what is starting right now? What's the step you're going to take, and what's let's plan on the morning ritual, not wait till tomorrow morning to try and figure it out. Let's start to put that plan into place and take action on it. Maybe that's the step that you're taking today. Love it. Now, you shared behind the scenes with me that you're pretty accessible and you love to have people connect with you. Do you mind sharing, if somebody wants to have a conversation or wants to learn a little bit more, the best way for them to do that?
Absolutely. So they can email me at justin.nelson, and Nelson is Nelson at TonyRobbins.com. So that's justin.nelson at TonyRobbins.com. Or they can go to TonyRobbins.com, and they will find my bio page, and my cell number will be there, my email will be there. So TonyRobbins.com, look for the trainers, Justin Nelson, and if you want to get in touch with me, send me a quick email.
Wonderful. Thank you for making yourself available in that way. I really appreciate that. And listeners, I hope you've enjoyed learning and exploring success and what you can do, the steps you can take to move yourself forward in the things that matter most to you. I want to thank you all for joining us, for celebrating with us as we launch our television network and its positive transformational programming. We don't allow anything on there that's has hateful messages, that's tearing down, dramas for drama's sake. We really bring you positive transformational programming. So we'd love to have you swing by RHG, that's my initials, Rebecca Hall Gruyter, RHGTVnetwork.com. We'd love to hear from you and your ideas for what you want in the network. What would support you? What would equip and empower you? We'd love to know. And here's just a quote I want to share with you. And I love how you were sharing this, Justin, about it. Really master your life, master your day, choose every day how you're going to live. Have that plan, have that morning ritual, and decide now. And maybe you're not sure what it's going to be. Then make a list, try some things out. Find that ritual that is going to support you. There's only one of you. And you are a precious gift. You are absolutely needed in this world. I believe you are made on purpose and for a purpose for such a time as this. Not someday, but right now. And I want to encourage you to really apply what's been spoken into your heart and spirit today. It makes a difference. Be willing to be seen on the same level you're wanting to serve. Be willing to share your gifts and your talents with another. You are so needed, beautifully and wonderfully made. So here's what I want to charge you with. I want to encourage you that wherever you go, whatever you do, may you always, always bloom where you are planted and be willing to shine. I look forward to talking to you next week.
Thank you for joining us this week for Empowering Women, Transforming Lives. Please tune in again for another edition with your host, Rebecca Hall-Gruyter, next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Voice America Women's Channel. And join us for a replay of the show every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific on the Voice America Empowerment Channel. Have a beautiful week, and may you always bloom where you're planted and shine.